came back today, and she's headed back Thursday. So, short and sweet.
She's done what, this semester, or
Yeah.
is she staying there this summer? Or
Yep. She has an internship there, and yeah,
what is she going to school for again?
she will have a double major, psychology and education, and a certificate in. I'm not gonna get it straight, but it's something with. I can't even. I don't even know exactly.
What is she hoping to do?
Well, that's she doesn't know. She either is going to teach or go to school longer and do something with psychology. If she does anything in the psychology field, she's got to do 2 years or 4 years more. So she hasn't decided.
She has the other year after this.
Well, she declared. I mean, she can do a double, so she's doing that. And then if she decides to do something with teaching, she's gonna have to get. She'll have a degree, not a license, when she leaves there. So she'll still have to do that. So either way, she has a little bit more school after 2 more years.
You know, there's a lot of unknowns to see her back in northeastern Wisconsin.
Probably not. She likes it there. So far, I mean, I don't know. I think she'd go and try anything for a while. Just she never used to say that. Now she does. Now she's like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go live somewhere else for a couple years, see what I want to do. Yeah, you know. So I don't know. We'll see. They figure it out. That's what I figure.
Okay. You see your brother staying down in Chicago, or you see him moving back up?
My brother?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Madison. He'll stay there.
You don't you see him ever retiring back here or anything?
I don't think he'll retire back here, but he will retire, and then they will. They've already talked about going and like live places for like a month or 2 months at a time. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he will, but he just
Thanks. Speaking of that, I did not write anything up because of everything that went on, and so I was like, I put that behind. So, okay.
No. Doubleheader.
Oh, that's when it was.
Baseball.
So most people that I see, they're like, oh, cutting grass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Michigan. It was so hot. I was dying.
What?
Yes.
Hot as in like 75 and sunny, or?
No, about it's close to 70 and sunny. And no clouds.
Oh.
Uh,
How did your son do?
they won.
He catches, right?
No, not. So now he moved up a level.
Oh.
So now he's the backup catcher. So he's in the outfield and he bats. So he didn't strike it out at all. So I was happy with
Oh,
that.
that's good.
Yeah. I grounded out once. The rest got base and that kind of stuff. So I think they won 22-4 for this first game and 6-2 the second. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, so this is your stuff for closed. So that's your little cheat sheet.
Okay.
One thing I will point out, and confuse me too for a second. You'll see me under here. That's because you hire me. And you'll actually see under here for actual contract. So that's why it's in two spots.
Okay.
Because that position didn't exist. So.
Got it.
Who's doing this, McCain?
Yes.
So must have got him. You got a sec? Yeah, but I mean, it works.
It works,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I have no issues. There's no traffic issues. No.
And then you'll obviously, will you let them know tomorrow?
Yeah. So,
Sure. Okay.
thank you. And then there is the updated contract there also. So if the board decides to do that, then we can do that too.
I'll give you contract for.
Goodness. 6 and 2 years.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you'll have a choice.
you have a choice.
Yep.
Okay. So, hi. Yeah. How are you?
We like those.
Yes.
Yeah, don't say that.
Correct. Yes, correct. I'm not sure. So, if they change the CPC meeting to 11, the trust
Special
itself,
meeting, yep,
could that work for you?
that's fine.
Okay, so I'll let you and Kim both know.
Yeah, I just
It
wait,
was just,
I wait for Kim to say he's not
yeah,
gonna go,
okay,
and then I,
gotcha.
so.
So, it's just talk right now, it's not for sure. So, hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to decide, and then I'll let everyone know.
Okay.
So,
I didn't see that Heather Levine volunteer golf team diver.
yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, because in order to cover by insurance, she has to be,
Oh, that's so funny.
so. Yes. Was the last one virtual or was the last one in high school?
Mine was virtual, Brian was here, it's the interior design team.
Oh, that's right.
So,
I'm thinking it'll be, I think it'll be here. Can't see in the corner. Hey.
In the corner.
what?
Just saw one. I don't know what it is, but I saw it.
Light on, at least there's a light on somewhere. Tell me I'm being ambushed, I'm like. That's a good idea.
Nope. Not that I saw.
The school there is fine. Good thing. Good. Good.
Sorry, I could've said,
Oh, no, 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 no.
I thought of it and
You know,
purposely did it
I just
because I knew
never
I
know.
had said something.
You just never know, you know, so. It's hard to gauge, you know, little things and. Bring it home and see others, so.
How are you? Good. Staying informed.
At least you're not.
Yep. That was it.
All right.
I'll just point. Okay. Kane walked in, I pointed.
Nope. That's all pretty good. Yeah, yeah. So 14-year-old and 16-year-old. Good this weekend. We on the weekend they built some lady. We're gonna have fog lashes. Two students built a lady apartment complex.
Patiently waiting.
14-year-old and 17-year-old.
Oh my gosh, what's wrong? This world. Struggle.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because my sister and my brother-in-law teach there.
Okay.
So
Ah,
all
that's crazy.
a lot now.
Yeah, that's not good.
And they haven't kept.
Well, they haven't. They know who they are, but
They know who they are, but they haven't gone yet.
One of my resolutions we have in open session start are the consent agenda.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well,
your team practicing with Travis's tonight?
They have to practice right now. Right
I
after.
thought.
Yep. Last night, tonight, tomorrow night, good
Did you
time.
guys have it last night, or was it raining?
We had it.
Oh yeah.
It was muddy.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just stay in the grass, or?
We worked in part of the field and the grass, but in the backfield. So,
Who's your pitchers?
tournament team. We have Knox.
Oh, you have Knox on the team?
Yeah,
Oh. Is he pretty good? No, he's real good at basketball, right?
he's good. I don't know if he's not feeling good. He's had some health issues, so I don't know. There's something going on there with him, but who knows? Logan, Adam Schubert's son, or Landon. He'll pitch. Cam probably will pitch some. Parker maybe. So we got some, and then it's really tough having two teams because now we got
I
a
get it.
league team and
Yes.
there's so many new kids on there. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, it is. It's just that you know how much work it. Yeah. I know. It was a lot of work to get this team. Just kept going, pushing and pushing. I mean, there's kids though that I'm afraid for their safety out there. That's how green they are. Like one of them was right. One kid is doing. I mean, you know they
The
are.
same one?
No, different one.
Oh.
But there's three
Cartwheels,
kids that have,
dancing.
3 or 4 that have absolutely never played. So. Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. I'll just have a conversation with them, and
Hey, I just put it in the app.
yeah.
We'll put your kid where we think that they should play.
So, Lakeshore League is very strict on kids that are supposed to play everywhere. Like it's not you're not out there to win. You're not out there, but I've already had talks with a couple of coaches that like.
And they don't actually do that? Or they do? Because I feel like they say to do that.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Which is good because that you want to win, make a tournament team, go and try and win tournaments, and try and grow in league, and especially at that age. So, I don't know. It's tough though because we're playing all 11 and 12, and we're just all 11-year-olds, so it's gonna be different.
Hello. Good. How are you?
Well, that's what we did last year in Luxembourg.
Good.
Well, no, we had,
Yes.
well, I guess, yeah, all 11-year-olds and played 11 and 12 groups.
Yeah.
I forget, because I was thinking 2 age groups, but Cam was just really young.
Cam was just really young. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just pointing to everyone.
So, is that why I need this?
Okay. Got it.
How about you?
All those experiences you have to be before you start.
Oh, really?
They had to be, you know,
Are you speaking?
weird. Normal hotel rules.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You must just be nervous.
I feel like the heat's on.
I don't know.
Let's get the spoil one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They get all the spoilers great.
That's
Oh, yeah. I'll go get one. You want one too?
There isn't any.
I was gonna
Not
say
any?
nothing to go outside.
Nope. Oh.
You're good.
Do you have the resolutions? There are the resolutions for the meeting dates and times. Do you have those for me to read off? Or otherwise I can see if I can open.
Who's surprises this week?
Well, let's hope not. Let's hope we're done with them.
Maybe they're opening just then.
Tom? Or is that something to do with you?
I got it. It is now 6:30 p.m. and I call the meeting to order. Sue-Ann, would you please call the roll? Here.
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 Here. We have a quorum. Finding that the meeting was properly called and convened and proper notice given in compliance with open meeting law notification, Wisconsin State Statute 19.84 paren 2, published in the Peninsula Pulse and posted on the district website. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Kim, second by Sam. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. McCain, can you please read the board commitment?
As a board, we will strive to fulfill our role as leaders and champions of public education in Southern Door County School District by exhibiting a strong collaboration or the collaborative relationship, mutual respect, and support for everyone, acceptance of differences of opinion, and a high level of professionalism.
Thank you. It is now time for our reorganization. So we will start with opening nominations for president. Are there any nominations for president?
I nominate Penny Price.
Are there any other nominations for president? Okay, I am president. Are there any nominations for vice president?
I nominate Kim Starr.
Are there any other nominations for vice president? Okay, Kim, congratulations, vice president. Are there any nominations for clerk? I nominate Marissa Norton. Are there any other nominations for clerk? Okay, congratulations, Marissa, you are the clerk. And nominations for treasurer? Are there any nominations for treasurer?
Janelle Beazer.
Okay, that was a nomination for Janelle Beazer. Are there any other nominations for treasurer? All right, congratulations, Janelle, you are treasurer. Then we will look at the reorganization of the Board of Education. So for the committees, number 5, WASB Legislative Representative. Sue-Ann, do you have a list handy of who those people were in the past? I know you sent it, but
It was Pamela.
okay, that was Pamela. Okay, so is anybody interested in being the WASB Legislative Representative?
I'm willing to be that person, but if somebody else really feels strongly about doing that, I will definitely stand down.
All right, thank you. I have a hard copy, Sue-Ann, no, from Jason. All right, Janelle, you get to do that. The county EEN, no. Oh, yeah. So then, the CISA 7 Convention and Board Delegate. Janelle, would you be willing to do that again?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else really want to do that? It's a one Wednesday night a month. Perfect. Thanks, Janelle. Number 7, the WASB Convention Delegate. I am willing to do that. Does anybody else want to do that? Go to the conference. Hopefully I don't have something going on. Anybody else really want to do that? Okay, I will do that. The alternative CISA 7 Board Delegate. Janelle, you usually go to that retreat, so I'm going to tell you that should be you.
Not CISA 7.
Oh, no, sorry. Just, yeah, that's the one. WASB. Sorry. Anybody else want to be the alternate? Okay, number 9, negotiation.
The alternate, I'll take the alternate.
Okay, Kim will do the alternate for that one. Thanks, Kim. So Kim will be the alternate WASB Convention Delegate. And the Negotiations Committee in the past was Janelle and Kim, right? Okay.
Unless somebody else wants it, I'll stay on. But
Okay, so Kim, and is anybody else interested in being a part of negotiations?
if you want.
Perfect. Sam, we pick you. The school board scholarship committee, so that was Janelle and McCain and Kim, right? No, you. So Janelle will be stepping down from that. McCain, do you want to say that? Marissa? And then anybody else interested in being on the scholarship committee? You review scholarship applications of students and
I can do that.
awesome. So we'll have Sam, McCain, and Marissa. Then we are at the expulsion panel, school bus riding. Who was that before?
Yeah,
Yep. Okay. Kim? Perfect. And then our WIA delegate, I'm assuming will remain Mr. Jonas. Okay. And then the non-discrimination complaint officers was People Services Director David Desmond and Middle School Principal Brenda Shimon. Brenda, you good with that? And Mr. Desmond? I don't know where you are.
he's in the corner.
Perfect. Okay. Good. Done with that. Then we will move on to Resolution A. Did I miss anything? I didn't miss anything in that part? Okay. Okay, Resolution A, the 2023-24 Board of Education meeting dates and times. Is there anything we need to share about this other than what we already know? I don't think so. I think we were provided that last, yeah. Yep. Okay, so be it resolved that the Southern Door County School District Board of Education approve the 2023-24 Board of Education meeting schedule as filed with the Secretary of the Board of Education on May 8th, 2023 in accordance with the rules, regulations, and policies of the Board of Education. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by Marissa and second by Janelle. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Is that everybody? Motion passes. Resolution B, designate official newspaper. Be it resolved that the Southern Door County School District Board of Education approve the Peninsula Pulse as the official newspaper as filed with the Secretary of the Board of Education on May 8th, 2023 in accordance with the rules, regulations, and policies of the Board of Education. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Kim, second by Sam. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Motion passes. Resolution C, bank depositories. Be it resolved that the Southern Door County School District Board of Education approve Nicolay National Bank, Associated Bank, Bank of Luxembourg, and the Wisconsin Investment Series Cooperative as the official bank depositories of the district as filed with the Secretary of the Board of Education on May 8th, 2023 in accordance with the rules, regulations, and policies of the Board of Education. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Motion by McCain, second by Janelle. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Okay. Motion passes. Resolution D, Treasurer's Bond. Be it resolved that the Southern Door County School District Board of Education hereby chooses not to require the school district treasurer to purchase bond or security pursuant to Wisconsin State Statute 120.13, paren 23, Wisconsin, because the treasurer will be covered under the district's insurance policy. This is filed with the Secretary of the Board of Education on May 8th, 2023 in accordance with the rules, regulations, and policies of the Board of Education. Motion and a second.
So moved.
Motion by Kim,
Second.
second by Sam. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Motion passes. Okay, and then recognition of the public forum. Is anybody here to speak in public forum? Okay, then the student representatives report. But before Hunter talks, I just want to say this is his last board meeting as our board rep. Hunter, this is your second year doing it, right? Yeah. So thank you, Hunter, for being willing to do it. You give up a lot of time, and I think you're an excellent voice for the students. And I think that you are very compassionate, and I think it's going to be a huge loss to have you graduate. So thank you for your dedication to the school. Oh, I think I feel a little teary-eyed. Okay, go ahead.
Track has been making do with what the weather has dealt them. They are training hard for their upcoming conference meet next Monday, freshman-sophomore conference meet next Thursday, and regionals. Numerous athletes have been working hard and setting PRs and personal records at different meets. Baseball has a record of 9-1 and is undefeated in conference thus far. They play a doubleheader against Ocano tomorrow at home. Good luck to them. Softball has a record of 8-3 and also has a doubleheader against Ocano at home tomorrow as well. Golf has been having a good season. They're ranked second in conference behind school rivals Sturgeon Bay. Finley Levine has been leading the pack, winning different meets.
For the arts, over the past weekend, 67 band and choir students participated in the Wisconsin School Music Association State Solo and Ensemble Festival held at UW Green Bay, with 2 instrumental ensembles, 2 vocal ensembles, 1 show choir, a trio, an instrumental duet, and 25 classical, musical theater, and instrumental solos. All the events that participated earned either a superior rating, which is a 1, or an excellent rating, which is a 2. Congrats to all. Also on Saturday night, 50-plus students, directors, and staff attended the Fox Cities PAC Center Stage High School Musical Theater Awards Showcase. Seniors Zachary Rhodes and Gary Barta represented Southern Door in the closing number of We're All in This Together. Senior Hunter Malvitz was recognized for his work as a student ambassador. Along with this, he was nominated for an outstanding performance in a lead role and had the opportunity to perform in a medley with his fellow nominees. Hunter was one of 18 students who were nominated out of roughly 2,000 students. Congrats to all 3.
Under the clubs, NHS celebrated their induction ceremony last week, Wednesday. They inducted 12 new members: Kaylee Erickson, Madeline Finger, Benjamin Groda, Molly Hall, Samuel Ingersoll, Kelsey Johnson, Finley Levine, Evelyn Parks, Noah Ross, Marissa Shevchek, Lillian Schmidt, and Alexis Tussle.
Forensics competed at the WISDA State Forensics Meet on April 22nd. Everyone who participated in the meet received either gold, silver, or bronze medals. Senior group interpretation competitor Brooke Stregg was awarded the 4-year gold medallion for earning gold all 4 years of her high school career. The forensics team will be hosting an event from 6 to 8 on May 19th to showcase the talented individuals and celebrate their accomplishments. The event is open to the public, and we would love to see you all there in support for this amazing group of students. And Coach Cheska just informed me that our team ranked in the top 5% in the state for all state competitors.
Wow.
Please see the distributed packet that was handed out before. FFA also has a banquet tomorrow.
For student council, they held an internal election for the officers for the 2023-2024 school year. Kelly Vaser will be president, Michaela Pishak will be vice president, Danica Neville will be secretary, and Sophia Cunard will be treasurer. May is Mental Healthness Awareness Month, and Project 180 is working on making various mental health awareness videos focusing on different topics like depression, suicide, substance abuse, and more. They then will share these videos with the students and staff. For AP testing, that started last week and will carry out throughout to the end of this week. Students have been preparing all year for these tests, and we wish them best of luck.
For Breakfast Rotary, the following students were honored at the Sturgeon Bay Breakfast Rotary Awards ceremony: Beyonce Hernandez for instrumental music, Zachary Rhodes for vocal music, Gary Barta for drama, Emily Purdy for art, Amanda Austin for journalism, and Michael Nessinger for forensics. Also, for Borderlands Volume 3, Southern Door High School Literacy and Visual Arts Journal will be available for purchase on Amazon shortly. We will also be sure to bring a copy for the June meeting. For seniors, we have T-minus 13 days left of school. We are beginning to prepare for graduation and the end-of-year events. We're also finishing up our plans for next year, some continuing their education, some going into the workforce, and others still undecided, which is okay. We are trying to make the most of what we have left of our high school career.
For the juniors, we've been starting to tour colleges and look at plans for after we graduate. We also can't wait for summer.
Thank you. Nice updates. Okay, then we have some more good news to be shared. Mr. Van Houten, you.
Okay, first little update right off the bat. Registration for 4K is still open for the 23-24 school year. 4K at Southern Door is full-time, Monday through Friday from 7:55 to 3:10 each day, and busing is provided. The morning is academic and play-based, while the afternoon focuses on lunch, recess, rest time, and then their encores. Currently, we have 34 students signed up for next year. As a reminder, 4K students can join us for before-school programming, which starts at 6 a.m. each morning, and our after-school program, which runs until 5:30. Last week at our board retreat, we shared a CISA 7 video on school report cards, and I wanted to formally share our 4K video that we also did with CISA 7 earlier this year. This was on Facebook, but I know not everybody may have access to Facebook.
We have full day program, 5 days a week. It's a play-based program where they're having fun, but yet they're learning so much. We also have a wraparound care, morning care, and after-school care.
Our after-school program is unique. It's not just your standard child care that we're offering a service in that aspect. We are providing additional educational opportunities for our students, from doing additional reading minutes to doing hands-on experiments, hands-on learning. It's really lesson-based, classroom-based kind of stuff where it's really an extension of the original school day for these students.
Ready, here we go.
Tools of the Mind is the resource that we have chosen here at Southern Door to help build our curriculum here and provide the best educational experience for our students. It's a curriculum that not only provides academics, but also helps to build their self-regulation, which really is their ability to control themselves in situations, how they can handle themselves in different situations, how to take turns, wait, how to solve problems with one another. So it's an all-encompassing program that's not just an academic, but works on the social pieces too and emotional pieces of students.
I think that using tools of the mind, the kids are learning, but it is very cleverly disguised as play. I never hear my children, or in the past, 2 years ago, or currently, talk about school as if, oh, we have this work to do. No, well, their work is play. So it's wonderful.
One of the things I like at school is math. The teachers are my favorite because I like them.
They're being the teachers and teaching each other how to learn, and I think that's fun and exciting. And I think with the play themes, they're also able to include that background knowledge that we've used in Story Lab and through the play practice, and then apply it to these scenes, and they're almost taking on real life scenarios. When we're talking restaurants or the grocery store, those are things that are going to be involved in their life forever.
Play planning is a pretty awesome thing that we've got going on in our classroom. It's for each student and it's at their ability level. What they get is the opportunity to think about what they want to do before they play, take their thoughts, put them on paper with a picture. It can be then getting into different parts of our play planning. They're starting out by drawing lines to help them with future sentences that they'll be writing in kindergarten. With some teacher support, we work on maybe sounds if they're ready for it, and words. They think about their message, what they can do with their peers, what their role's going to be, their actions that they're going to do while they play.
Getting the children into 4K early on is so important. They're getting that exposure to what a school day looks like. They are getting to collaborate and learn communication skills with their peers, and they're able to just have fun throughout the day.
But they're also academically starting to learn some things that are going to prepare them for kindergarten.
We definitely have kids coming in with a greater alphabetic knowledge, concept of a word. What I mean by that is they understand directionality of print. They know it goes left or right. They're understanding that letters are put together in words and each one has a sound or symbol. They're noticing that words are separated by spaces.
First one is up, down, up, down. You try it.
One of the things that we're very proud of here at Southern Door is that we are quickly becoming the district of choice for many families in the community. Our open enrollment numbers are greatly increasing every year, even during the school year, and we're looking for more families to be part of our school family. Again, we have a great product. I'm a parent here myself. I want a district that my kids can be very proud of and my kids can be successful in, and I truly believe Southern Door is that district.
As a parent, I would say the 4K program has been a great success. Both of my children love school, and it started here in 4K. Regardless of what curriculum we have, regardless of chosen line, whatever it would be, there is a group of teachers that love what they do, they love their kids, and they make those connections with them. And as a parent and as a teacher, I'm proud to work with them, and I'm proud that my kids were touched by them.
And this is a video that we're obviously using in social media when new families are reaching out for a little more information about the program. This is something that we can share with them as well. Okay, summer school.
How does that number compare to this year?
We're slightly ahead of where we were last year, the last update I got. So my experience kind of in other districts as well, parents aren't always looking that far ahead, especially if they're the oldest ones. So just kind of using baseline numbers from previous year. Obviously I'll feel a lot more comfortable when we get to 40, 50, 60, etc. But we're in a decent spot today if we keep it going. Okay, summer school. As of Friday, May 5th, 276 students are currently signed up for at least one summer school course. Courses will begin on Monday, June 5th, and will run Monday through Thursday through June 29th. Additional courses at the middle and high school levels will continue throughout the summer. Although registration is closed for parents sign up right now, students may still get signed up by contacting Mrs. Nelson directly. And I do wish Janelle would have had the number last year, but I thought of that when I was sitting here. Career fair. The sophomore and junior class attended a career fair last month that was created for high school students to network and more learnable occupations in our area. Students were provided summer job applications, youth apprenticeship opportunities, and employment options for their future. We also got to, students also got to see senior youth apprentice Cody Nellis that was there representing NEW Industries. Golden Heart event. 3 high school students were nominated and honored for their work during the Golden Heart event in Sturgeon Bay due to their volunteerism and community work, and especially for being bigs in the Big Brothers Big Sister program that is run by Patty O'Rourke. Congratulations to Victoria Marchant, Bethany Pay, and Jaden Diller for being recognized. Wanneger Schoolhouse, just kind of a promotional thing as we kick off kind of the spring and summer year. Did you know that there's a museum on site right here at Southern Door? The Wanneger Schoolhouse is a great place to visit and learn about one-room schoolhouses and life as a student and teacher in one classroom. Classes visit the Wanneger Schoolhouse throughout the school year. Classes are getting to be in there on a daily basis right now that the weather is starting to cooperate, and the building is also open to the community on Saturdays during the summer. The Nature Center in School Woods, one of the wonderful things I love showing off when I do family tours here at Southern Door is our Nature Center in School Woods. Now with the weather starting to warm up, classes are starting to visit the Nature Center and School Forest as well for outdoor learning. We are very blessed to have these learning classrooms because very few other districts have the space that we have here at Southern Door. Senior Award, congratulations to Brooke Strigg for her recent win in the WAFLT Honors in Language Study Award. The WAFLT Honors is a Language Study Award is conferred on students who have demonstrated outstanding achievement in the commitment to their school's language program. Award of Excellence, congratulations to seniors Emily Purdy and Desiree Leroy for earning the Award of Excellence and Honorable Mention Award at the 49th Annual Salon of High School Art for Southern Door High School. The exhibit is open until May 27th at the Miller Art Museum in Sturgeon Bay. For next year, Emily plans to attend the Milwaukee Institute of Art, focusing on studio art, and Desiree plans to attend Full Sail University for character and gaming design. Happy Administrative Professionals Day that took place last week. We are incredibly grateful for Mary Hall, Sue Ann Hubbard, Jennifer Melkor, Tina Nellis, Angie Buplum, Sarah Sokup, Carol Toddick, Kristen Tussle, and Betty Zahn, who work behind the scenes to help keep our school running smoothly. Thank you for your service from all of our students, staff, and community. And I think I speak for our entire administrative team. We are very grateful for these people up here. The Brussels Lions Club, 500 tree seedlings were picked up, watered, and packed, and given away to elementary students from the Brussels Lions Club last week. Trees were passed out on April 28th with instructions on how these students can plant these trees. The Lions Club also helped to plant 4 large trees along the walking trail with each of our 4th grade classes. Project 180, Southern Door Project 180 students helped to make origami cranes for a mental health awareness display at the Door County Library on behalf of the Door County Health and Human Services. This display will be up for the entire month of May. And lastly, please join us for our Fine Arts Festival on Thursday, April 11th from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. Student artwork will be displayed with the artists in the residency meet and greet. The steel sculpture unveiling will also take place at 6:15.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. So we were looking for some news, and Mark was gracious enough to provide us with all kinds of updates and that kind of stuff. Moving on with our agenda, obviously at Southern Door, we're always looking forward to updating curriculum, kind of curriculum and that type of thing. And one of those topics that are out there, or one of those research projects that are out there, is the science of reading. So I asked Missy and Mark to give us a little update on the science of reading, where we're at Southern Door, where we're moving at Southern Door, and go from there. I'll turn it over to you guys.
All right, thank you. Prior to when Mr. Millat asked me to speak on this, one of the things I did was contact Charlotte Meyer, the literacy consultant at CISA 7, and she had presented to the board on January 16th. So I contacted her to ask for a few of her slides so that I could ground the current board members in what they learned that night, but also for any new school board members that you'd have the same information that the other board members have learned from her. So these first few slides come from Charla, and we thought that that would be a good way to start. Remind you of what the science of reading is. So by definition, the science of reading is a comprehensive body of research that encompasses years of scientific knowledge, spans across many languages, and shares contributions of experts from relevant disciplines such as education, special education, literacy, psychology, neurology, and more. Another way to look at the science of reading are with these 5 bullets. The first bullet is that it's neurological research conducted over the past 50 years. The goal of the science of reading is to understand how the brain learns to read and write. It's helpful in analyzing assessments and planning for interventions. It supports the use of a systematic phonics instruction. And the most important thing, and that's why it's bolded, is the science of reading is not a curriculum. Instead, it's a body of research. On the right-hand side, I give you another visual of the science of reading, and that green box there is often called the simple view of reading. So what that is looking at from left to right is the first part is the coding of text times the comprehension of the language equals reading to gain meaning. So that's just another visual when you think about the science of reading. That green box there is often called the simple view of reading. So Charlotte referenced the Scarborough rope that night, and we continue to see that Scarborough rope in the research and in some of the. So I thought it would be important to bring that back to you. Scarborough was a researcher, and in this case, I want you to actually look at the graphic right to left. I want you to look where it says skilled reading. So skilled reading there, it's a rope, and those of you that work with rope, you're going to notice that there are strands of rope that are red and blue that are braided or woven together, and they're tight. But where those tight strands come from are the sections on the left. So the science of reading, according to Scarborough, really represents two big buckets. The first bucket is the red category called language comprehension. And underneath each one of those rectangular boxes there is a rope strand. It's a discrete skill that falls underneath language comprehension. So, for example, that background knowledge is just one strand underneath language comprehension, along with vocabulary, language, verbal reasoning, and literacy knowledge. All of those rope strands fall underneath that big bucket of, or category of language of comprehension. And that section's all red. And they're starting to weave together and go into a tighter rope themselves before they connect with the blue section, which is word recognition. And then those three rectangular boxes or discrete skills fall underneath word recognition. And when you take all of the red strands and all of the blue strands and you start braiding them together, going now left to right, you've got something called skilled reading. So that's really the goal of the science of reading, is to make sure that we've got language comprehension and the components that represent it, and word recognition and the components that represent that. We weave it together in order to get something called skilled reading. So Mr. Milan asked me to prepare, like, what's Southern Door doing right now for the science of reading? So what I want you to recognize is, instead of right to left, you'll see skilled reading right there on the right rather. I just flipped it and I created something called a crosswalk. So you're going to see that skilled reading is really the big goal here. But when I thought about the two buckets, the red bucket of language comprehension and the blue bucket of word recognition, and put all of the little discrete strands that go underneath each section and all of the grade levels at the top, you're going to see what Southern Door is doing right now with the science of reading and where those discrete skills fall and in which grade levels. And then, what will we do in the future for the science of reading? Our current plans at this point are to continue further study into this big body of research. We'll continue to engage in professional development for next year on the science of reading. We'll continue to keep research-based practices at the center of what we do at Southern Door, knowing that the science of reading body of research is a really great resource for us. And this is really important to know. We learned last week from DPI to expect to learn more in the next 2 weeks regarding the components of a bill that Representative Kitchens has proposed. The proposed components in this bill will provide guidance to districts like ours. And when we learn what the guidance entails, I'll share it back with the administrators and ultimately back here with you as a board.
Thank you guys very much. As we continue to learn more about science reading and implement it and look at that, we'll keep you guys updated as we move forward. Now, we will do academic and career planning. So this is a presentation that we do, I believe, each year to the board. And I'd like to introduce supposedly Ms. Niles to that presentation.
All right, I just want to take a moment here. The last two board meetings, I talked about academic and career planning. A lot of the information that was used there was the work that was done by Jess Monfiles, our academic and career planning coordinator. She is here tonight, and I'm here to sit beside her as she presents our work this year with academic and career planning. Before she begins, however, I do want to give a personal shout out for the great work that has been done and how really encompassing this is. And I want to also say this is the first step of many that we'll take to continue to grow academic and career planning here at Southern Door. So I'm going to turn it over to Jess, and she can present the information.
Thanks.
So in front of you, you have a few packets here. I did make copies of the slides if you would like to follow along. I know sometimes it's really hard to see up on the screen. So what is ACP? It's Academic and Career Planning is a student-driven, adult-supported process in which students create and cultivate their own unique and information-based versions of post-secondary success obtained through self-exploration, career exploration, and the development of career management and planning skills. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction requires school districts to provide academic and career planning services to students in grades 6 through 12. So what's the value for Southern Door? What's the why? Why do we do it? I put a mission statement up there, and I also tied it into some of our Eagle Strong principles. Again, it's student-driven in their planning for their future, taking an active role as they explore what they want to do post-secondary. So having them be active and engaged in the process, developing the skills and behaviors needed to obtain and retain future employment. We have many students that go on to work in careers in our community, so how are we helping set them up with those skills and ensuring that they have them? So being responsible, and then becoming good citizens and exhibiting integrity and respect are some of our Eagle Strong principles as well. Who's involved in ACP? It is a K-12 process, so K-12 educators, parents, caregivers, family members, teachers and staff, school counselors, classroom teachers, IEP case managers, all tie in, and then the community. So our local employers, youth apprenticeship, as well as CISA. At Southern Door, we currently have a variety of activities, and as I came into this role, it was figuring out what do we currently have and where can we expand and build upon. So you'll see a variety of different activities that we do for academic and career planning, and I work very closely with Sarah Pay and Jody Nelson, as well as the ACP committee, which is made up of teachers at the high school, to plan to plan this. So it was a current assessment of what are we already doing and where can we provide additional support to that. New this year are online Zillow activities at the high school, middle school level. It had been utilized a lot in some of their Explore Careers courses, but at the high school level, we had not been utilizing Zillow, which is an online resource for students to explore careers and even find current information on job outlook and educational requirements to help get them the information to make informed decisions for their post-secondary planning. And then the last, next we have the draft schedule of ACP activities. So this year, starting in February, we implemented monthly ACP activities during their homeroom. It's just once a month. And then this is in front of you. You should have a copy of the proposed activities for the 2023-2024 school year. And this was created using, referencing different school models, what was out there. Every high school has schedules, something like this. And so I really try to look at, in conjunction with the ACP committee, what will work for Southern Door High School and our students. They are scaffolded from freshman year through the senior year. So activities at the freshman level are very different than activities that seniors are doing because they're at different places in the planning process for post-secondary planning. And then the last piece of development is pathway poster development. So to guide them on some of this planning, I created these posters that kind of lay out our coursework and options of how many college credits can they earn, how many industry certifications, what does the sequence of path and coursework look like, to just help them in the planning process. So these can be used starting at the 8th grade level through the high school in the different pathway areas. And it doesn't mean that they're locked into one pathway. They can switch, you know, as it's a fluid process as they learn more about who they are and what they enjoy. But it's a graphic kind of laying out what we currently offer and how to navigate it. Oh, and looking ahead, I will be coming your way for the June meeting. There should be a PI 26 resolution, which is a state form that we are required to fill out and approve on an annual basis.
Great. These are fantastic. They're very nice and informative, and just glancing through them throughout the course of the meeting, I feel like I understand them. So nice work. Mrs. May would be proud. I feel like this is something she would have helped us. This would have been an assignment she gave us.
Thank you.
Were there any other questions? Anybody want any questions? Good. Good. Okay. All right, then it is time for the consent resolution agenda. For the consent agenda, the board has been furnished with background material on each item or has discussed it at a previous meeting. These will be acted upon with one vote without discussion. If a board member wants to discuss any item, it will be pulled out of the consent agenda and will be voted on separately. The board will consider approval of E, past minutes, April 17th and May 1st, 2023. F, expenditure revenue reports and current bills payable check register. G, donations, Janet Anderson, Sue Johnson, Heinz Family Charitable Fund, Door County Service Club Coalition, Miller Arts Center Foundation, Door County Art League, Southern Door FFA Alumni, Southern Door Community Sports. H, certification class of 2023 graduates. I, renewal for food service contract for 2023-24. J, C-7 contracted services. Would anybody like any of those pulled?
I would like I pulled.
Okay, Janelle would like I pulled. Does anybody else want one pulled? Okay, then we will vote on E, F, G, H, and J. Can I have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Motion by Janelle. Second by McCain. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Okay, motion passes. Then back to resolution I, renewal food service contract for 2023-24. Janelle?
So we had some conversation a few months.
A little bit louder.
We had conversation a few months ago about some complaints about our food service and had students in here, high school students, speaking about that. Before we approve the resolution, has there been some progress made? Has Avian still been meeting with those students? Just curious on the progress.
So Aviance has QR codes by the table.
Yep.
And they're able to get feedback, email, and that kind of stuff. I'll tell you that I eat the lunch pretty much every day. So that's been a good way for me to at least see how the lunch is and that type of thing, and go from there. But I did give our student representatives a heads up, because it's better to come from the students and that type of thing, see what they think, and go from there.
So yeah, so for food service, I would say it has gotten better. There's still progress to be made. When you go back to talking about how you brought up of how Aviance meets with a group of students, I think that only happened once or twice, and to my knowledge, it hasn't happened in a while yet. They do have QR codes, but most of the tables actually have them, like they're not on the tables anymore, so they're kind of sparsely spaced out and not many people use them. I can say people miss the Wrap Wednesdays, even though they have it every day. The grab and go option seems to be the choice of others, which I think that's what they were going for, but at the same time, it's gotten better, let's just say.
And that grab and go option is something new that they added, correct?
Yeah. I like the grab and go option too, and I do miss the wraps. I'd be interested to know, like, I know people do put information into the QR codes, but like, what are they taking out of it? Like, what are they fixing with the information they're getting? Just, I don't know.
So we know they're collecting it. We just don't know what they're doing with that.
I actually talked to Matt about what do they do with that information. So not only do they obviously collect the data, but they tend to review it once a week with our staff, or I should say Aviance staff that is here, to see if there's any, I guess, identified major problems that could maybe solve easier, and basically food options, food choices. They're trying to find the popular options is really what it comes down to. And also they're trying to make it so that the presentation is more appealing.
Sure.
So that's really the two big considerations that they're really working on right now is not such a large menu that varies, maybe just stick more with the popular items and presentation. Presentation is important. They realize that. They do utilize the QR codes, from what I'm told, quite a bit. They've actually had over 300 and some responses from our kids alone, and now they have implemented these QR codes in their other districts as a way of gaining feedback from their districts also.
So we feel like progress is being made.
Progress is made. Am I going to say that it's perfect? No, absolutely not. They've made progress. I think it's a path that they're on to improve. They lost their food service director again for Southern Door. So right now we've been having, I'll say, temp ones. We actually had the regional rep in for a few days. So, you know, they were making progress again. Last I checked, they were doing interviews and are hoping to bring the person that will be taking over for the rest of this year and next year back here by the middle of May. So.
And how much longer do we have with their contract? Like what
Correct.
we
With
have?
their current contract, this is the last year.
Right.
So next year we will be going out for bids. So this is the last year with Aviance with the current contract.
Going back to that, I feel as if the students notice that the food service is kind of disorganized in a way. I mean, we do like the popular options a lot, but sometimes we wonder if this is the same pizza that we had on Thursday, like the following Monday. So like over and over, we either get like chicken nuggets or mashed potatoes, and we kind of do like a little bit of different things. So I just noticed that as someone that eats lunch, because pizza and burgers and all that kind of gets sickening after a while. And we kind of liked it when they would do like different things.
Great. Thanks. Any other questions about Resolution I, Renewal Food Service Contract? Okay. Can I have a motion and a second to approve Resolution I, Renewal Food Service Contract for 2023-24?
So moved.
Motion by Janelle, seconded by Kim. Roll call vote. Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Request for future agenda items. All board members have been furnished with a list of the upcoming agenda items for the year. Are there any requests for additional agenda items? Okay, and then for my president comments, there was something I noticed on the slide. I think it was on the mental health awareness little, I don't know what it's called. It was a nice display. And so I just think it's the saying that caught my eye was hope changes everything. So I think if we can focus on that for the remainder of the year, that hope really does change everything. So can I have a motion and a second to waive the reading for adjournment to executive session?
Moved.
Second.
Okay, motion by Kim, second by Janelle. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. We will be going into close to discuss. Let's see. Approval of closed session minutes from April 17th and May 1st, 2023 school board meetings. Review of personnel negotiations, terminations, discussion as to personnel resolutions, retirements, resignations, changes of assignment, hiring appointments, administrators, professional staff, support staff, and co-curricular staff. Discussion concerning the issuing of contracts for individual teachers and co-curricular staff and letters of intent to support staff for the 2023 school year. Discussion concerning administrator contract and administrator compensation for performing additional duties and responsibilities. Discussion as to the district administrator and conferring with legal counsel for the district who will be rendering advice and counsel as to strategy to be adopted as to litigation in which the district is or is likely to become involved. Can I have a motion in a second?
So moved.
So that was motion by Kim and a second by McCain. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, we will then take a 5-minute break and we will go meet back at 7:25-ish.